Hi guys, Dinner Lady here. Right, so today I'm going to do a quick midweek meal, and it is stuffed pork rolls with some veg. It's going to be stuffed with some garlic, shallots, mushrooms and a bit of cheese. So I'll bring you down and I'll show you what it is that I've got. Right, so I have 4 pork loin steaks, have some mushrooms, I have a bit of garlic, shallot, and I'm using up some of the cheese that we still had left from Christmas, and there's that little bit of blue cheese, but you can use any cheese. I've done this recipe with plastic cheese, with cheddar, with any Wensleydale, beautiful. So try it whichever cheese that you want to do. And I'm going to have it with some carrots and some asparagus, and I'm also going to make a cream sauce to go with it. But there's one thing that I want to show you first. Right, so the first thing I want to show you is this. It's a smart meat thermometer. It is from Kasori, and they've quite happily asked me to have a look at it for them. Now, it's not a promotion on this at all. They haven't got any promotions on it. And I thought, do you know something? From the time that I started doing this channel, the one thing that everybody wants to know is if the meat's cooked properly. So I thought, right, okay, I'm going to take it. So it's a smart meat thermometer. You do have to download the app, which I've already done, and it's powered by vischy there, look. So what you get in the box is you get a quick start guide. You get your little user manual as well, so making sure you can see that. And also you've got a QR code there. You can visit kasori.com and it'll put in for your guarantee and everything in there for you. Oh, it's got its excellent support. It's got all of the support details if you needed to get in touch with them. Now, when we got this machine, the dual machine from Kasori, I opened up the box and I thought, how many air fryers have I had? I know how to work it. I don't really need to read the instructions. However, when I was setting up, because you get all of your things on your phone for the temperatures and all of that for this thing, I noticed that you could add different, let's get that back on, right, there we go. You can actually add different machines on. When I actually realised you could add the machines on, put my Bluetooth on, oh, come on, come back to home, that's it. So you can actually download all of your machines. So I've downloaded this one, which is for the Kasori Dual Blaze, and then I noticed that it actually had Wi-Fi on it. Now, I didn't realise that at all. So put that down for a second, and it's got loads and loads of recipes on there. You know how many different ones you can do. If you have a good look around, it's absolutely amazing, to be honest. So if you can see up there, I've already done it. It won't go off now, but how you get it on is you have it so it's like this, and then you press the on button for about 5 seconds. And once you do that, the Wi-Fi will start to flash. I don't know if you can see that there because of the light. The Wi-Fi will start to flash. I don't know what happened there, but the camera turned itself off. So coming back to this, I'm going to use this for the pork chops this afternoon. And if you go onto there, so if you go back and new device found, add it now. So add the device. You heard it beeping in the background, and the Wi-Fi is flashing on there. So now it's configuring, it's done. Just press the done button, and there it is. There it is on there. So you can do it so you've got your dual cooking, your grand zone, or your cooking and chart which got directions and ingredients for your meals. You can put all of these in. So say today I'm going to be doing a pork chop. So if you go to pork, it'll tell you all the different ones on there that you can do. It'll go up and down. And mine is a boneless pork chop. So I'll have to check the size of it. So it tells you you can do it in zone 1, on roast, temperature for 13 minutes. Now I've got nothing in there at the moment, but if you press confirm, so you remember to place the divider in, but like I say, I'm not doing anything with it at the moment, and then you press OK. So you can sync your machine up from there rather than press the buttons, and you can match, and you just press start cooking. And as you've just heard, it is gone on. It's all preset for you. All you have to do is press the start button, and that's it. And then it comes up on there. So I'm going to stop cooking on that. Stop. It's turned itself off. Honestly, I spent yesterday afternoon just playing with this the whole time. But today, and actually starting from tomorrow, the Dual Blaze, I think I've got a discount off. And I'm just going to have a quick look. I mean, they haven't asked us to do it this way. It was just the fact that I'd actually found it. So Thursday, January the 16th. So that'll be tomorrow. Kasori is celebrating a New Year grand deal with up to 38% off. Don't miss out. Upgrade your kitchen appliance today. So yeah, I'll get Ian to put that into the description down there. But really today, this is what it is that we were looking at. So if we go back on to there, go across a bit, back to I've put the pressure cooker on and the little Dual Blaze. These two aren't Wi-Fi, however that is, and so is the meat thermometer. So we've got the meat thermometer coming up here. Just going to connect it. Just press the button for a few seconds, and that'll start that back up. There we go. As soon as I've taken that out of there and pressed that button, it's come up as connected. At the moment, it's sitting at 20 degrees. And this is what goes into your meat, into any of your air fryers, your Kasori. So it's all set there. So if you want to set up your cooking, again, pick which thing you're doing. I'm going to be going to pork. And it'll take you to pork chop. Actually, it's more like that. So you can see, you can set it here. So for this one, it's set on well done. You can do it a medium, or you can do it a custom, and then these move up and down as well. So like I say, I haven't got anything in there at the moment. I'm going to do that as medium because we're going to have a filling in it. It's only going to be wrapped on the outside, and it will be pretty thin. So you've got an alert on. You can do a flip reminder if you wanted to, and a rest reminder. And again, I'm just going to press cook now. Ready to cook. Tells you where to put your thermometer. Before cooking, insert the probe, and then you press ready to cook, and then you can put that. And that has got 2 magnets on the back. That's not magnet, but it can keep on your fridge. That's where I'm going to keep mine. Ready to cook. And if you want to set up cooking, and there we go. So now that would be in your meat, and as soon as it hits the temperature of the 60 degrees, then it'll tell you to stop, and then you rest it to the tick on there. So I'm just going to end the cook on that one. And now I think it's time to get on with doing the actual recipe. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is just chop up my shallot and some mushrooms. I'm going to get these into a pan to start sauteing off. I want them nice and soft. Right, just do this. Just roughly. Just going to cut these up. Right, just going to finish that off and I'll come back. Right, so that's the shallot all chopped up, and I've done 2 mushrooms there. I think that'll probably be enough. So all I'm going to do is get them into a frying pan and saute them off until they're soft. Right, so I've just got the pork steaks in between 2 pieces of cling film, and I'm just going to just gently flatten them right out. So what I'll do is I'll just continue with this and I'll do all 4. Right, so that's all 4 flattened out. I'm just going to finish off sauteing off the shallots and the mushrooms, and then I'm going to let them completely cool before I start putting these together. So we'll see you shortly. Right, so I've cut the carrots. I've let them in pretty big batons, as you can see, and I'm just going to put those into there. I'm going to put some hot water in there as well. Not a lot, just enough to cover them a little bit. That should be lovely. Now into there I am going to put a star anise. Do you know what? It's a small one. I'm going to put 2 in. And also some butter. And just let them glaze off. Just bring them up to the boil and let them boil until they're cooked. Right, so once this is up to the boil, we'll get on with stuffing our pork chops. Right, I've just realised I forgot to put the garlic in with the mushrooms and the onions, but hey ho, it's not going to be the end of the world. So they're all nice and cool now, so I'm just going to get out pork chop. I've already cut up the blue cheese, so that's just going to go there. And then I want obviously about enough for this to fill all 4, so I'm going to put it into a round, sort of around like that. Cut it in half this way and half that way. So I know to round about this amount that I want. So I don't know if I'll get these into 1 or to 2. So I've got 2 dishes there. The other dishes I've got are too big, so I wouldn't be able to have them. I want them to be a bit snug fitting. And then all we do is just roll them up. If anything falls out the side, just tuck them back in, put them into your bowl, that side down. Right, and just keep going with that. Right, so I did put salt and pepper in the filling, so I didn't bother putting any on the pork itself, and I've managed to get them all in here. So what I'm going to do with the asparagus, I'm going to put this in this other one. Oh, I have to get it out. There. Just bend it, and they will shrink as they're cooking anyway. These will only go in for about 10 minutes. I do keep the ends and I freeze them for soups. Ian used his up yesterday, which was fab. So when the time's right to get them put in, I'll toss that with a little bit of oil, salt and pepper, and these are to go in first. So I'll get everything set up and then I'll come back. Right, so I'm back. So I'm going to turn on the Cosori dual blaze. I want the grand zone cooking for now. So press OK on that. Got 200 degrees for 20 minutes. Start the cooking on there. Do have to press play, but what I'll do first is pick up the meat thermometer. It's disconnected again. Just going to wait for that. There we go, connected. So I'm going to set up cooking. Pork, pork shoulder steak, want it medium, 66 degrees. I'm going to stick this in there and cook now. So I'll put the probe in there. So you have to go a bit further. So I'll tell you what, I'll go a little bit further in there than that. Ready to cook. And then set up cooking. Oh, don't know, a bit too fast there. Right, so now I'm going to get it into the machine. So I'll bring you across. See, that's over there. That's set up now, 200 degrees. Put that on there for a second. Open up the basket. Pop that in the middle for now. And press play. So I should get a notification on my phone with all the different temperatures on. The carrots are done, so they just need finishing off, and the asparagus is waiting, but I want to make sure that these get cooked first. Right, so we'll see you in a few minutes. Right, so I'm just looking at this, and because I didn't pre-warm the kasori, you can see the temperature. It's at 176 degrees now, and it's keep going up. So the longer that the kasori's on, the actual thing itself is still going up. That'll stop when it hits 200. So that's the target. It's at 19 degrees at the moment, so it's really not starting to cook, but that is the temperature of the actual kasori itself. So it needs to get up to 200, and then you'll probably see that go up. Right, so we'll just keep an eye on it. Right, so it's still got quite a while, so I'm just going to pour a little bit of olive oil in there to get them nicely coated. Do love asparagus, mind, I must admit. And a little bit of pepper on them. And a little bit of salt. And then what I'm going to do is once the meat comes out to rest, these will go in. And also I'm just going to quickly wash my hands. I've got a sink full of hot water here. So they're ready to go. And I'm just going to get this out because that's the heat one. I'm just going to show you the carrots. You can see them. Nearly all of that water's gone. It's just left over with the butter and the flavour of the star anise. So what I have is this. I'm going to pop everything into there. And I'm going to put them in as well, just to finish off glazing them. And then once that's all done, well, I'll bring you back before the pork's cooked anyway, but they're all ready just to go in there while that's resting. Let's have a little look at what pork's doing. Just going to move that. Got a bit of oil on, it has on here as well. So I'm just going to, there we go, it's up to 24 degrees. It's still at 193, which is the ambient temperature. Right, so we'll just keep going with that. Right, so I just wanted to come on and show you. I was actually sat on the sofa while this has been cooking, and I've got a notification and it actually said that this is going to be ready, go back to that, in, well, it was 5 minutes then, but it's 4 minutes remaining. So it's even telling you how long it's going to take to get up to the temperature that it was. Like I say, this is not, you don't get any discounts or anything for this. I just wanted to show you exactly how it was that it works. So that said 4 minutes, and I'm just going to bring you over, and I'd set the temperature on there for 20 minutes. So I might have to put it on for another minute, because that says 3 minutes. It's gonna so maybe it's 21 minutes would have done it, so it was nearly right. Yeah, so we'll have another look again once it's all done. Right, so it has 1 minute left on the cassourie. I did put it on for another 2 minutes, and there you go. It's actually, with 1 minute left, it's reached its goal. So I'm just going to OK that, end cook, yeah. And I'll go to that, stop cooking, and it's just turned itself off. Great bit of kit, you know, especially if you're a little bit worried about making sure that your meat's cooked. That actually worked perfectly. Right, so I'm going to get it out, put my phone away now because I'm done with that, and we'll finish off this recipe. Right, so that's them out there now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this. Where's my tea towel? I'll put it out over there. I'm just going to remove that. I can. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to get these out anyway. So that's probably skewered both of those. It has. I'm just going to put them there to rest. Pull this out. Get that cleaned up in a second. Put that in there. I've got a little bit of juices in there which we don't want to waste. Now I'm going to do the cream sauce. I made up with a little bit of chicken powder. It's about 200 mils of chicken stock. And that is going to go back in to the cassourie. Just going to mix a bit of this in. Because this, like I say, this is going to be the sauce. Just going to... Right, so I'm going to put that in for 2 minutes just to make sure it's back up to a nice boil and start taking these bits off the side because that's all flavour. Don't waste it. And we'll see you in a few minutes. Right, so I've brought that out. I'm just going to let that rest a little bit. It's taken quite a bit off there, not all of it, because I didn't have enough liquid in there for it to do all of it. So now I'm going to put the carrots and the asparagus in and give them about 10 minutes and then put that back in. Right, hiya. So I've been sat down for a little while. This has been resting. I'm just going to pour the juices into there. Don't want to waste them at all. Don't know what's happened in the last half an hour. I just starting to feel a little bit unwell. So I'm going to put that in for the last 5 minutes with the asparagus and the carrots. Get that up to a boil and then we'll put some double cream in there and I've chopped some parsley up. So we'll see you in about 5 minutes. Right, so that's hot now. I'm going to add a bit of double cream. And I'm going to put it back in and let it reduce a little bit. And I've got some parsley at the end. So once that's come up, I'll come back to you. Right, so the cream sauce is done. I'm just going to add a little bit of parsley into there. Give it a little bit of a swirl. And then I'm going to pour it over the pork chops. It's a little bit warm, so I think I'll use this. I'm just going to pour it right over. That to one side, and then I'll go in for probably about 2 or 3 minutes while the rest is finishing off. So we'll see you then. Right, so it's all done. Asparagus is all nicely done. We put mine in there. Ian's not home from work yet. And then a couple of these lovely glazed carrots. I'm sure he can warm it up when he gets back. And then a couple of these, lovely warmed up. I'm going to get a spoon. Some of the cream sauce over the top. I'll change that over there now. And there you go, that's me stuffed pork chops with asparagus and glazed carrots. I hope you don't mind, but I am going to have a taste. But I don't really want to go on camera right now. It's these carrots that I absolutely love. If you don't do anything else from this recipe, please do them carrots. They are absolutely amazing. And the pork chops. Just gonna taste a little bit, guys. To be honest, I'm not really wanting to eat a lot, but I'll put that on there. That's stuffed pork chops with a creamy sauce. That's nice. And roasted, oh, that's really nice. Right, so I'm going to get myself away. I think I might be off to bed. Just leave Ian to be able to fend for himself when he comes home. So I'll see you all on the next one. See you later, guys. Bye.